poultice out of it. Now, I didn't have this stuff to make a poultice, so I creatively took the end of my rolling pin and tore up the leaf. Well, no, the first time I actually had my kids chew it up, which wasn't the most brilliant idea. But the next time I took the end of my rolling pin, I put the plantain in a ceramic bowl, and I just squished the heck out of that plantain, got its juices flowing, slapped it on that sword, covered it for the night, and there was no more pain. I mean, just within minutes, the pain was already subsiding. And so, yeah, it grows in your yard, anywhere, everywhere, and it's awesome. It is awesome. Hey, and we are back, I think. I can't tell. I have lost everything, it looks like.
You didn't lose me.
No, I'm still here. It says Dave's still here, but I got silence. That's okay. Let's see. We had some people were asking Dr. Wil about preserving plantain. Not sure if everybody heard it, but you said that it can be dehydrated.
Yeah, you can dehydrate it. You can dehydrate it and then reconstitute it, and either by chewing on it or some warm water, letting it soak a little bit, and make a poultice that way.
Yep. Okay. And let me see. Oh, no, we're not referring to plantain as in bananas. There's Dr. Wil, I'll let you explain plantain and what all it is, because I know the variety that I have mostly in my yard is the broadleaf.
That seems to be the most common one, but there are narrow leaf. There's like 3 or 4 different kinds, but it has the veins in the leaves. It grows really low to the ground, and it shoots up a spike, shoots up a little stem with some seeds on it and flowers on it during the summer. And we learned that on the farm because, like the horses, if they would get an injury, that's the first thing we'd have to do is go and find that and chew a big old mouthful of it up and pack it on and wrap it. Usually took the infection or the pain or swelling down on the horse, and we do that for us too. So.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's just the natural medicine that's been around for eons. That's functional and it's free. You just have to invest a little time in some identification, and there's plenty of resources. If you, like most people are listening on the computer now or in the chat room, you just have to type in, plantain herbal remedies.
Right.
There's really a good store. It's on the internet. It's called bulkherbstore.com.
Yeah.
And
I've used them. They've got great prices too.
They got great prices, and they got a lot of information on that website. I've known that family since before there was internet. When the Shoshana was just a baby, I actually named one of my girls Shoshana after her, because their prices are fabulous. They have a lot of information there.
Yeah, they do.
So that's bulkherbstore.com.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I know. I actually have them saved because I've been going to them before anywhere else for various herbs that I want.
Absolutely.
I like them. And they, from what I understand, they raise and grow their product.
Most of them, they do job, they do wholesale, but because they carry such a wide variety, and they're a fairly small business, you have to do that. They're not a big agricultural, business, but their prices are fair in my book.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Very definitely.
And they're very conscientious about purity, quality, non-GMO, non-pesticide. They're very conscientious about that. So
Yeah.
And in today's world, that's important to me.
Right, exactly. That's very important.
Very important. It should be with everybody.
Now, there's another very, very, very important aspect to healthy living and growing and so on, and that would be our bees. And I happen to know, Dr. Wil, that you know about bees. And so I was hoping maybe you could educate us a little bit. And I do believe you even sent some information regarding building beehives or helping the bees to create hives. And I know that also that is mentioned in the book series we talked about last week.
The Anastasia books?
Yes. The Ringing Cedar.
The Ringing Cedars. Familiar with the bees? I used to have bees when I had my farm. And in 2006, they began to die. And they call it colony collapse disorder in today's world. But at any rate, with my research since then, have discovered some simple truths about how to help the bees and help their hives be healthy, help each individual bee to be healthy, and to create healthy offspring. And at this point in time, it would be the only way you can get that information is if you send me an email or Deatra an email, and I will send you a PDF file of our information regarding what we're doing for the bees. Because our website is not up yet, we're still editing video regarding some beekeepers that are working with me. I just got a call this morning from one of them. They've been using our product. This is the second summer now, using our product. And they're splitting their hives again.
Oh, wow.
And he said he opened the hives up and it smelled good. And we actually have created 2 new pollen patty formulas to help the bees also. And he said they were mixing them up, and before he opened the hive to put the pollen patties into the hive, the bees were at his hands chewing through the wax paper to get at what was in there. So, and this one hive he split it 9 ways. So he took one hive and made 9 hives out of that one hive. That's how healthy that hive was. And he only uses our stuff. That's all he uses, and all his whole apiary. And he just had to make his one bee yard 3 times bigger to handle all the new bees he's getting this year versus last year.
Right.
Because he didn't lose any over winter, which is unheard of.
Yeah, that is.
You know, he's been doing bees for this is like 2nd generation bee family here, and. He called me up a couple months ago to tell me that he's never had a winter with no losses. And now he says they're so strong that he has to split the hives because they're getting so big. They're just multiplying so rapidly.
Wow.
So, and this is in the same area where other people are losing 60% of their beehives.
Wow. Well, this is great, and we need to all of us that have any kind of, large gardens, and I say large because, for my family and I, we only plant about maybe an acre or so of garden because it's just me and my girls. But I'm on 200 acres here, and I want bees. I do. I really, really want bees because I have not seen any. I mean, we got lots of wasps and we got lots of hornets, but I have not seen a single bee in all the years that I've been out here.
Wow.
And so that's
disturbing.
Very, very disturbing. So I definitely want to get the bees out here because, I've got my fruit trees and everything that I just planted, and I'm sitting here going, well, how are they gonna pollinate, so that I can have these, So anyway, Yeah, guys, just send us an email and put beehives in the subject line. And if you send it to Dr. Wil, great. You can contact him at bodyelectrician.com or through the Freedom Reigns website. He's on both. As a matter of fact, we even have his blog posted, and he's got a lot of great things on his blog as well. And great information. That's all I can say. Really, really great information.
So basically what we're doing with the bees is exactly the same as we're doing with human beings, with animals, dogs, cats, cows, horses, and as well as the plants. It's a toxic environment. They're malnutrition. They're overstressed. And by putting some things into their environment to help them overcome the toxification, I can't help much with the stress, but you can at least cut down on the toxic stress by the chemical stress, and the malnutrition stress you can cut down on. And for the most part, you know, the bees, just like humans, they will regain what health they can. So it's not that difficult. It's just I feel encouraged to tell people that you don't have to be a victim anymore to the chemical onslaught, to the malnutrition state. You just have to be proactive. Exactly.
And so Wil, I so value all of your information. Like I said, you have helped my family so much. I know we're getting close to the end here, but I want to encourage everybody to please go and visit Wil's site. Dr. Wil has some valuable information, and, you know, some of the things that he states, you know, may be a big shock or a big change, but I've applied a great majority of what Dr. Wil teaches us. I've applied it within my own family's lives, and the changes and the health improvements and everything has just been absolutely phenomenal.
And we're making plans for this summer. If anybody's interested in wanting us to come to your community and wants to host an event, just let us know. As long as we can financially make it viable, we'll come to you. We love to travel. We're traveling right now, visiting clients, making some house calls on some really sick individuals. But we'll go just about anywhere if we can make it financially work.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I love about you guys. I mean, at least once a month that I've known y'all, you've been making house calls all over the place. I mean, you've been down to the Gulf, you've you toured through several states, well, not toured, but been in several states, and I believe you are somewhere or headed to or headed from the West Virginia area.
We're down in that.
Mentioned.
Yeah, we're down in that area. We're seeing some people and doing a little bit of research, which will be out on the web pretty soon too. Just some behind-the-scenes research.
Right. Well, definitely anybody interested, please send us an email for Dr. Wil's information on the bees. One of the things that I've learned, too, one of the best allergy remedies is a local grown honey. And even chewing on the honeycomb is, like, awesome. I mean, my kids love it. And I have not had any real serious allergy problems, whereas I should have. But using the local honey from my area has just been, it's been really good. It's been really good.
Every state has an association, every county just about. I mean, I used to live in L.A., outside of L.A. by Encino area. I've been able to find fresh honey as well as fresh milk and produce that lived in Las Vegas.